6 years ago, I personally made a commitment to the people of this state to submit myself, a humble servant, to the men, women, and children who proudly call Alabama home.
Ahead of the legislative session, Governor Bentley delivers his State of the State address, touching on topics from jobs growth and security to grocery tax. And as the governor laid out his plan tonight for the state of Alabama, lawmakers were paying close attention.
We asked them what they thought of the governor's plans and whether he'd be able to achieve them. CBS 42 News reporter Brittany Bivens live in Montgomery tonight. Brittany?
Jim, definitely a busy day here at the Capitol as Governor Robert Bentley addressed his legislative agenda. And we did ask lawmakers whether they thought that was going to pass, including that $800 million prison reform bill. We also asked them whether they thought the lottery could become a big issue in the session yet again.
With eyes laser focused on the finish line.
As Governor Robert Bentley lays out his State of the State, he touted job growth and Alabama's pre-K program and asked lawmakers to help him with his next big goal, prison reform, building 4 new large facilities and closing the current 16.
When you stop to think about it, that is a huge undertaking. You're talking about an $800 million bond issue that we're going to have to be making payments on. You've also got the federal court case that will require us to take some kind of action.
But neither Bentley nor lawmakers at this opening session day had much to say about an issue that dominated the last session, the lottery.
We've got the Porch Creek Indians and their gambling footprint in Alabama. You've got the local counties that have electronic bingo type gambling. All of those are issues, and many of the legislators are waiting to see the report that's going to come into us from the Gambling Task Force.
We asked lawmakers how much of the governor's agenda he can push through amid allegations of an affair with a staffer and threats of impeachment.
I think the governor has done a good job of focusing on the business of the state and keeping his personal issues on the other side, and I hope he'll continue to do that. I think as long as he does, we'll be fine.
Listening to lawmakers here tonight, there was one proposal they definitely seem to agree with just based on the applause, a program that would cut the sales tax on groceries for Alabama families. Live in Montgomery tonight, Brittany Bivens, CBS 42 News.